disappointment has now defined
This is a TOS Television, your digital-first pan-African news network. I am Rose Audu, and this is TOS National News. Ahead of the party primaries for the November 26th governorship election in Anambra State, stakeholders of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) are hammering support for one of the contestants, Godwin Ezeimo. During a meeting of the stakeholders in Awka at the weekend, he urged the PDP delegates to ensure emergence of Ezeimo as the gubernatorial candidate of the party because he had invested in the agricultural and publishing sector of the state. Meanwhile, the chairman of Southeast Governors Forum and governor of Ogun State, David Umahi, has endorsed George Moghalu for governorship of Anambra State. He made the recommendation when the governorship aspirant paid him a consultation visit at his Umbaro country home. Governor Umahi, who described Moghalu as a sellable commodity, expressed the hope that the All Progressives Congress (APC) would gain victory in the November poll. Also, Governor Samuel Attah on Saturday thanked God, his security aides, and his physical fitness for his escape from death at the hands of some people he identified as headers. The governor said he was attacked on his farm at Yobe on the Makudi-Boko Road with about 15 gunmen. Narrating his ordeal to reporters in Makudi moments after escaping the attack, the governor said he ran for more than 1 kilometer on foot as the headers jumped on his convoy. He said the 6 security aides who were with him did a good job taking on the 15 armed headers who came for his life. Meanwhile, Alademeta Kolawole Omotayo, the Olori Lo of Umokbe, a town in Ijebu North local government area of Ogun State, has been kidnapped by yet-to-be-identified gunmen. According to sources, the traditional ruler was abducted on Saturday while returning from a visit to a neighboring town. Though details of the incident are still unavailable, reports have shown that he left his palace on Saturday just before noon in one of his vehicles. A butter-colored sport utility vehicle with a plate number W3J9 Ogun. According to one of the sources, the gunman took the ruler from around a community known as Okeiri, leaving his vehicle behind. The federal government has said it will soon begin the restoration of the burnt Lagos Airport Link Bridge. This was disclosed in Lagos during a technical inspection of roads and housing projects by the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, Alhaji Babangida Hussaini. The airport link bridge was gutted by a tanker fire in January, and the bridge had since been closed to vehicular movements, making motorists face difficulties along the route. According to Babangida, the rehabilitation work would begin before the end of March, as procurement process was already ongoing. Also, power consumers have raised the alarm that power distribution companies were now selling the free meters that were provided for electricity users by the federal government. In October 2020, the federal government inaugurated the National Mass Metering Program, in respect of which the Central Bank of Nigeria issued a framework for financing the scheme. The program was inaugurated to increase the country's metering rate and remove random valued bills that were given unmetered customers by discos. The meters were meant to be installed free of charge in the residence of beneficiaries, but power users on Friday alleged that some discos were beginning to collect money for the meters. This is TOS Television. More stories across the nation after the break. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching National News on TOS Television News Network. Adamawa, a digital ecosystem that connects buyers and sellers, has announced the launch of the Adamawa app. The company explained on Thursday at the unveiling in Lagos that the purpose of the app was to unlock market access to the sellers and service providers. The founder, Fred Adum, said the Roato app would also address the widespread youth unemployment by giving Nigerians a platform where they could leverage their skills to sustainably earn a living. With the current public health challenge, Roato said the multi-services app would also ensure exposure to crowded spaces remained limited. The Nigerian Navy and her regional counterparts and allies from the United States, United Kingdom, France and Italy on Saturday commenced a multinational sea exercise to check piracy, illegal fishing and other resource theft within the Gulf of Guinea. The annual exercise, code-named Obang Game Express, which was initiated by the U.S. in 2011 to strengthen collaboration and capacity of navies in the region to contain maritime challenges, was suspended last year as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. For this year exercise, Nigeria deployed 6 ships, NNS Thunder Prosperity, Karadua, Nguru, Nkulu, Essay, and a tugboat Dolphin Rima, and tugboat Mira, 2 tugboats Dolphin Rima and Mira, 2 Augusta helicopters, a Nigerian Air Force, a maritime patrol aircraft, and a detachment of the NNN Special Boat Services to participate alongside visiting French and U.S. warships. Unlike in the past, each country would this year carry out specific counter-piracy, anti-trafficking and other exercises in their respective areas and on board their own vessels to prevent spread of COVID-19 pandemic. The CNS said that the exercise would present an opportunity for the Nigerian Navy to work together with other navies in the spirit of the UN Code of Conduct and to enhance the richness and quality of both countries' relationship. And the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has advised Nigerians to ensure that AstraZeneca vaccine being administered on them had the original label. The agency said the warning was important to ensure people did not risk being vaccinated with fake AstraZeneca vaccine. The Director General of NAFDAC, Mojisola Adeyeye, explained that the original Oxford AstraZeneca University vaccine had been contracted to India's world's largest vaccine manufacturer, Serum Institute of India, to produce in large quantity. Also gave the license of its vaccine to Serum Institute of India to manufacture this vaccine at the commercial scale by signing the manufacturing agreement and assuring the safety of the vaccine. Meanwhile, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control has announced 112 new cases of COVID-19 diseases, bringing the total number of infections in the country to 161,651. The NCDC disclosed these on its official Twitter handle at NCDC.gov in the early hours of Sunday. From an all-time high of 2,314 on January, 22,221, the country's daily new positive cases have come down to 112 as of March 20th. It stated that the 112 new infections were registered from 13 states at the Federal Capital Territory. According to the report, Lagos State recorded 35 infections, the highest number of confirmed cases for the day. FCT had 22 and recorded 17 at Kaduna and Ebonyi confirmed 9. The new addition, the country's COVID-19 recovery had increased by 194 on Saturday, including 70 community recoveries in Lagos State managed in the line with its guidelines. The agency also recorded 3 new deaths, taking the country's COVID-19 death toll to 2,030 on Saturday. The NCDC noted that the country's active cases stood at 11,846 as of the last 24 hours. Meanwhile, the Pro-Chancellor of Adamawa State University, Awa Tukur, has said he did not know how great Adamawa people were at doing worthwhile things until he became Pro-Chancellor of the university. Tukuru stated a close examination had revealed to him the deepness of thoughts and security that went into the conception and building of the university, which is located in the northern Adamawa town of Mubi. He added such realization informed the decision to award an honorary doctorate degree to Boni Haruna, the man who was governor and whose administration established the university in 2002. Our recall, the university began to go downhill after a few years of its establishment, owing mostly to internal crisis, forced corruption and destruction of facilities by Boko Haram insurgents, resulting in inability to convocate 8 consecutive sets of students. You're still watching TOR's National News. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and still on TRS National News. The Imo State Police Command said on Saturday it launched an investigation into the attack on Isiala Mbano Divisional Police Headquarters located at Umuelimei. The police spokesman in the state, Orlando Ikoku, who confirmed the attack on the police facility, said that no rifle was scattered away by the attackers. Ikoku also said that the gunmen were unable to burn down the facility, but only succeeded in setting fires ablaze and injuring one of the policemen on duty. The Interim Management Committee chairman of Isiala Mbano local government area, Chika Okoreke, who confirmed the attack, said that the rescue mission was being facilitated by him. He blamed the removal of soldiers from Anara town 24 hours before the attack, saying the military men were removed from no reason and all efforts to return them were made, but all to no avail. Also, a federal high court in Kano has granted bail to Mahdi Shehu, who pleaded not guilty to all the 6-count charges filed against him by the Katsina state government. Justice Ambrose Louis Alago, the presiding judge, however, said the accused should commit to custody at the correctional center pending the fulfillment of his bail condition. He was granted a 10 million naira bail with one surety in like sum. The court said the surety must be a resident of Kano who has a landed property. The case was later adjourned to May 19 for a continuation of trial. Also, one of the highlights of the past week for many Nigerians was the Grammy Award won by Afrobeat singers Daminu Ogulu, aka Burna Boy, and Ayodeji Balogun, popularly known as Wizkid. The feat have won both singers' commendation from within and outside the country. And Charles Oputa, popularly known as Charlie Boyd, a 70-year-old maverick entertainer, stated that he made a prophecy 19 years ago that Nigerians would win the Grammy. According to him, 19 years ago, there was no Burna Boy. But I said people would watch out because Nigerians would win the Grammy Awards. And Yobe Desert Star FC on Saturday in Damaturu defeated the Federal Road Safety Corps Football Club of Abuja 2-0 on March Day 7 in the 2020-2021 Nigeria National League Group A2. The match played at the August 27 Stadium saw host Desert Stars taking on early lead in the 3rd minute through a free kick converted by Jayabu Hanza. The Federal Road Safety Corps Football Club appeared to have contained Yobe Desert Stars in spite of trailing by 1 goal in the first half, but could not produce a shot on target. And supporters of the Super Eagles have expressed willingness to watch the team play matches in Lagos State. President General Worldwide of Nigerian Football and Other Sports Supporters Club, Dr. Rafiu Ladipo, made the call in Lagos on Saturday. Ladipo backed an earlier statement by former Super Eagles captain and coach that Eagles must return to playing matches in Lagos to be great again. According to him, Lagos has to come back to the #1 venue of national team games for Nigeria to succeed and get back to the top. And that is a national news on your digital first Pan-African News and Network, TOS Television. For more updates, visit www.tostvnetwork.com. And do follow and like TOS TV Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. Do stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS TV Network. I am Rose Audu. Thanks for watching.
But we as a continent have now defined ourselves.